Oh, here it is. I found it. It seemed to be missing. Yeah, there's the reply it did to my video I posted up yesterday, and there's the video I posted up right there. Oh, by golly. Oh, look. This video contains copyrighted material. As a result, it has been blocked worldwide. Oh, I'm sorry that they did an act and they published it over in Germany for the world, for the German people to see, and the American people, where they've already pulled their shenanigans and had their little episode of attacking the incels. Well, the agenda out of the university in Canada, brought to you by your globalist sick parasites. Okay. And so the globalist sick parasites, which is all over the place now, and the Nazi order followers, yeah, it stayed up. It was up all day after I put it up yesterday, but sometime during the night, this is what I get up to. They removed it. It ain't really removed. See, it's right there. It's right. I got the ULR, okay, to the original video that's probably still on YouTube. Okay. But as you can see, I'm not allowed to show it because I'm telling the truth that they can't handle, that they don't want. It has nothing to do with copyright because Google, YouTube, they make up the copyright rules as they go. They violate the copyright laws all the time because they're above the laws. Ain't that right, Google? You're above the laws, ain't you? So you can be a criminal and violate the law all the time. Well, there ain't no law anyhow. All the law is a man-made thing, and if it ain't natural law, it don't apply to nobody. That's right. If it don't line up with natural law, it's not a law. It's a dictatorship. It's a criminal entity. And well, that's what we're looking at here. Okay, but you notice, see, they blocked it worldwide. So I thought I'd show you this. I guess because, well, I didn't have to say a word. My reply, they left that up, okay? But I did stick the link to the original video in my reply. So if you'd still like to see it, you can go to my reply video to this video and you can click on it and you're going to say, oh, but it's in German tongue. Okay. And if you know what you're doing, you can change it so that it'll have the writing at the bottom that I showed you. Okay. You can change the captions and change the language you need it to be in. And you can have it have captions so you can watch it just the way I had it for you. Okay. I've got it recorded and I could put it back up, but you know what? That's going to get me nowhere. I already had the algorithm set to nail me if I tried to do that. So I'm not going to even try to do that. But to the original video, if you go over and change the captions, it's there. This video was posted brand new yesterday in Germany. Okay, the link, the URL is right here in this video. In the more to my reply video to the video they blocked, which is still up, you can click on the link that'll take you to the original video that I played for you. That's right. They don't want you seeing it, see? No, they don't want you realizing what I've been telling you is true. It's very true. Incel was brought to you by the elite. It's an agenda. That's right. That's where Incel came from. It's an agenda. It's an agenda against the men. And I've been screaming it at you. I would stay as far away from Incel as I can. And keep breaking down the definition of TFL and incel and keeping them separate because they were separate from day one. It's just trickery of the elite and of sick pawns who want to keep flipping it back and trying to make it look like they're one and the same. But since the day TFL was brought online, it was separated from incel. TFL doesn't promote violence, and they know this because this has been said over and over the years. They're going to ignore all of that, and they're going to reach up their anals, and they're going to pull a big turd out of their anal, and they're going to stick it in their mouth and spit it out. And that's what these people are doing, like Turd Flinging Monkey and other people that want to say they want to say. They're spitting out stinky ass turds. They pull out their anal, out their mouth, and there's no truth to the turds that's coming out of their mouth because it's a turd. Okay, end of story. The truth is they're not one and the same, never will be one and the same, ever, ever, ever. You can have a nice dream that you made it one and the same, but you didn't make it one and the same because it wasn't yours to make it one and the same. So stick it where the sun don't shine, you criminal idiots. Anyhow, I'm sorry, I'm ranting a little bit over that. I can't help myself but rant over that. You know. And after last week's show, when Mr. Hogan called in, tried so hard to get me to drop the name and run over to the agenda and fall for the trap. To not be able to see what clearly came out of a university was brought to you by the elite. Okay? To not be able to see that. And there's a lot of you got people out here that in the manosphere that are incels that have trouble seeing that themselves because they're not as awake as they claim they are. You know, they're just not awake. Okay, period, end of story. Like, you know, and that's not to put anybody down. It's just the fact is you take a look in the years of NWO and you'll realize there's been lots of universities, colleges, okay, around the world that they've used to launch programs into society for social engineering and for other nefarious agendas. If you don't believe me, go do your homework. And I see right through incel. Okay? And if you say, no, incel's legit, well, then we know that. We know it had to have been a girl that couldn't get laid because guys can get laid anytime they want. Well, what do you mean that's not true? Well, I mean, you know, if what came out of that university was by a girl, then we know that it's girls that can't get laid. That's right. But see, it's never been about getting laid. That's the one thing that fired me up. I have nothing against sex. I know that a couple gets together, they're actually going to have sex. And it's really nobody else's business, but when you put the focus on sex, you know, it's right back to the sexual revolution. How did you destroy the genders? I told you that last week too, didn't I? But I'm not going back into it for you. But I wanted to show you blocked worldwide for exposing the truth. Because you're not allowed to tell the truth in a hypocritical, bigot, evil, Nazi following order followers world. Because that's what we're in. We are in Germany, Nazi Germany, 1942. And I am being surrounded by a bunch of Nazis. You know, the Nazis that work for Google. The Nazis that are across the street from me. The Nazis on the other side of town here. It's not even really on the other side of town. It's just a 5-minute drive. Anyhow. That's not the point. Every last one of you. Medical workers. You're Nazis. Oh yeah, you sure are. You're helping to kill people to keep the job you got for the tool you got, even though they're laying lots of you off, and you're following your orders. That's right, you're following your orders, man. But that's what the Nazis did. They were just doing their job. They were just following their orders. That's right. So when you look at the corrupt cops, I'm not talking about all cops, but when you look at the corrupt cops, Nazis. When you look at the medical system, the hospitals and clinics right now, Nazis. When you look at Google, they've been Nazis for a long time. What do you think they handed the ownership of YouTube after stealing it basically by gunpoint from the original owners? Yep, basically by gunpoint. Stealing YouTube away from its original owners and claiming they're the new owners now. That's what Nazis do. Ain't that right, Google? How do you think this happened? Because they don't like it wasn't because it was copyright, believe me. Had nothing to do with copyright. It's because it was on a channel that they knew the people would watch and people would recognize what's going on and they would remember shit I've said on my show, and then they would see this and remember it, and then they would come back and they would say, yeah, okay, so I can't do anything about it. But if you go to my reply video here, in the URL to this is in the more. So you can click on it and you can get back to it. And if for some reason, and you're going to have to play with the settings, you're going to have to go over on the little side of the video. Okay, and you're going to have to play with the settings. I don't think it'll let it play it on my side. If it does, I won't open it. I can't open it because it just keeps me in trouble. Yeah, see, it's still sitting here. As you can tell, it's still here. Yep, it's just blocked worldwide. You're not allowed to see it. Because it's blocked worldwide, people. And there's the URL there, saying wouldn't do any good to give it to you because you won't be able to see it because it's blocked worldwide by the Nazis. So the Gestapo, the Nazis, the Gestapo, Google over here following the orders on their knees. That's right, following the orders, good little Nazis. Yep, they did their evil job. They blocked it worldwide. Just thought I'd show you so you didn't think I took it down because it's not me that took it down. And go to my reply video, click on the link in the more, and you'll be able to go to the original video. You have to go to captions, okay, and then you have to go to the little gear, and then you'll have to change it over to get to your tongue, and then you can watch it and the words will show up. You'll be able to read it. But anyhow, I'm out of here, guys, but that's what happened to it. It wasn't me. It was the Nazis over at Google that you saw it. They blocked it worldwide.